Hello everyone and welcome back to Krastorio 2. This is Otaku Showboat. If you've been enjoying the videos thus far, please be sure to do all the social and engagement stuff below the video. You can of course follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/otakushowboat, as well as support me on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat if you are willing and able. So last time we met, I got tech cards, the basic and automation tech cards, on my bus. We actually officially have a main bus now, and that resource hog of a thing. Because yes, the main bus in my mind is just a complete and total waste of resources for as long as you use it. So we're going to actually try and not use it a lot in this particular playthrough. It may just be used for science. Like, I've just been trying to think about this. It may actually just be used for science to get into trains. I'll likely also throw stuff at trains. Uh, Rails use steel beams, so this is going to be a very important thing. Yes, the last time we met, I talked very specifically and looked at what steel is used for, and this is very important. I determined that it was used only for buildings, the steel. However, this is like the most important thing I would say that steel is going to be used for is just rail. Rail is very, 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 very important. Yeah, we need rail. A lot of rail. And what about the locomotives? There are nuclear locomotives. Okay, this is going to require steel plates for the locomotives. So we are going to want to get into steel rather quickly on getting into green science so that we can start getting into trains. Everyone loves trains, right? I love trains. Trains are awesome and magnificent. I want trains as well as big electric poles. Those are very, very key things. I want to close that. Big electric poles, those are going to use more steel beams, so lots of steel for all of these things as stuff moves across my desk. Great. Alright, we got those. The next order of business would be the science labs. I need to at this point handcraft a few science labs. Just that's one. I need a few more than one. I need 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 or so additional science labs. That's going to be great. Just all the science labs all the time. Next, I need to think about green science. So, logistic science, excuse me, but the logistic tech card. This stuff requires green circuits. The most basic of the electronic circuits, as well as blank tech cards and iron gear wheels. So these guys are used for green science. I'm gonna have this right out here. Sure, why not? This is gonna be the basic tech cards again. Remembering that they are not as dense of a material. Just keeping that in mind. They are a not as dense material. I'm actually gonna go there. Oop. It didn't do the thing. I need it to do the thing. Iron, copper. The iron will continue to go into those gear wheels. So it's likely going to be 16 of these, right? Yeah, it's going to be 16 of these. 2 iron gear wheels. I think it's going to be 2 of those buildings. And I need the circuits. So the green circuits are going to be made a little bit further over. They are going to... I need how many? That is the key. I need 2 per second. So I need 4 of these. They are 1 copper cable per second, which one of those makes 2. So I need something... No, I want you in the opposite direction. Something along these lines. I think I'll have the extra space. Even though I don't need the power, just it looks a little bit more symmetrical there. Could use inserters, but I'm just going to prefer the loaders for this. Just personal preference. It also needs wood and iron. That will share a belt. Yes, the wood and the iron will share a belt. Wood and iron. Wood is here. Always off a tile. There we go. And this time I will need these long-handed inserters for output. And I'm going to need more of them. Just a few more of them. And I'm going to probably want... we'll see how it keeps up with that, the regular inserters. We shall see about that. And of course, I need more. Whoops. And that is that. To feed into the circuits. If it's feeding circuits, I could just go up and bring the whole thing down here. I think that's what I'll do. I will just hold right-click and just shift it a bit. Yes, that's exactly what I shall do. Whoops. See, I wish I could just... So what I'm trying to do here is that. Just click drag. Just click drag. But for some reason with the ghost, it won't let you do that with the ghost entities. See? It makes this noise. It's like, I don't want you doing that. That noise. It's like, can't do the thing. So it won't do the thing. I am annoyed that it won't do the thing. I can trim this back a bit too, and that, as they say, is that this is going to require power as well as copper. Hey, we got a tech. Whatever that was for tech. Huzzah! Stuff things. Then iron in... Ooh, that's the other thing. Can these actually handle 1 per second? We'll find out. They are 1-to-1, which is useful. I can count. Oh boy. Oh, yeah, that would be nifty. Yeah, that would be quite handy. I need... Oh, I need 2 tech cards. So, I need to actually shift this all a little bit further up. So that I can have... Alright, that makes 2. It's a little bit inefficient, but sure, I'll just do the thing again. There. That should do. And now, why do I have 2 for just half? I don't need 2 for a half per second. Like that should be fine. Yeah, I don't need 2 for a half per second. It's not required. Alright. Now I should have the throughput of my dreams of everything. I need to grab more assembling machines, so off we go to grab additional assembling machines. In the meantime, what do I need to consider here? Power poles as well. I need to pick up some more of those. I need belt, lots and lots and lots of belt, as per usual. And then we can transition into steel. That, I think, is our next step once I get this science flowing. Steel is required. I'm still gonna have this little mall area going, by the way. I don't plan on completely eliminating this mall area at this point in time. Maybe soon. Soon. Quote unquote TM. Soon. Soon we will do stuff. Alright, what else may I want from over here? Splitters. And undergrounds. Those are good things to have. Back we go. It would be more convenient if I had that on the actual main bus itself, but, you know, that takes time to do that, and it's already built anyway, and it's all being fed anyway through its own dedicated stuffs, so why bother? Like, it's a working good setup. Why should I bother moving it arbitrarily to the main bus? That isn't even going to be a permanent thing anyway. Just doesn't make sense. Does not make sense to move it at this point in time. Okay. Now we can do all this shenaniganry. This is gonna require quite a few red doohickeys, by the way. A few of them. Of our long-handed inserter friends. Because not only do we need the inputs, we need inputs, we need outputs. Outputs are fine, I don't need the red inserters here, but I do need the red long-handed inserters to get the electronic circuits in. That's what I need them for. In fact, I should have these on my hotbar. By the way, it is a setting, vanilla game setting, that you can have for items on your hotbar. You unfortunately can't have more than 4. I would love to have more than 4. In fact, the game lets you have up to 10 different hotbars. Like, in case you weren't aware of this feature of the vanilla game, the hotbar, there are technically 10 hotbars, 1 through 9 plus 0. There are technically 10. You can set these to be whatever arbitrary bar you want, actually. It's... I don't know. I wish I could have all 10 actually shown on screen at the same time. No, I wouldn't want it to go halfway up the screen like this. I would like, actually, to have some of this left-hand screen real estate get used, sort of like in certain MMOs that have a lot of hotbar space available to you. They have the bottom bar, of course, and then let you have stuff on like the left and or right hand side as well. I think that would be a good thing. I would like to see that. Just to have the additional 5 through 0. Just on the other side. So yes, power. Yeah, that's the problem with power. With doing the long-headed inserters at this point in time, is you basically have to double up with small power poles. It's a bit it's a bit meh having to double up like that. However, we now officially have our logistic science. We officially have logistic science. Now, why am I not producing extra green tech car or extra electronic circuits? Like, surely I will need electronic circuits, right? Yes, I will. I will surely need electronic circuits for all of the everything going forward. I'll need them for my bulk rail loaders, guaranteed. I can make them another place too. I don't need one spot making all of the everything that I need ever. Like I don't I have this unit now. I can copy paste this unit wherever, and as long as I feed the 3 things in, it's fine. I have it. I'm not at all going to be worried about not having the electronic circuits yet automated and like on my bus, quote unquote. In fact, ideally, these electronic circuits, I'm going to find a spot that has iron and copper near each other, place down a bunch of wood, and just make stacks of circuits, make belts of circuits out of it, and throw them onto trains and feed the thing from trains. Feed everything that I need the circuits for out of that. That'll be my centralized location over time, is just going to be through trains. I can have a distributed thing for the buildings I need it for here. That it only looks like it's used for the thingy for science, for this green science primarily. Otherwise, sure, modules. That's a good point. Are there better modules? There are not better modules. Well, that's a bit disappointing. That is a little disappointing, to be completely honest. Like, come on. I want, like, so Krastorio touches basically everything in regards to vanilla mechanics, and yet it doesn't touch modules? What? Why would it not do anything with like, why would it not add more modules? That seems like a slight oversight to me. Like, okay, it does a lot of things in regards to modules. Great. Why is it not? Why no? Why no modules? You do a lot of this. You do a lot of stuff, but why no modules? Okay. So the plan. What is the plan? The plan is that I will have science and a dedicated area doing science on a larger train network. and not on the main bus. I will not have blue science on my main bus. Like, let's make this clear. I will not have automation science on the main bus. That is not going to happen. I will not be doing the everything involved with that. All of the petrochemical stuff that I didn't grab. Ah, no, not those. More of those. I'm not interested in doing petrochemical stuff. That's just not on my agenda for a little bit longer. I'm going to anticipate that Krastorio is more akin. This is an odd number, or was I just off? Yes, this is an odd number. Sure. This is fine. Yeah, I'm going to do a big transition to trains. That's the idea. However, at this point in time, I don't know if I'm going to do the same build as I normally do for my trains. So I usually use a blueprint book called the Modular Rail System. I specifically use the 2-lane Modular Rail System updated blueprint book thingy. That is specifically from... Well, there's a link to the Reddit post that has the blueprint book in it on my Discord server, on the sharing, the string sharing channel. However, it links to the 4-lane version. That's the Reddit post is for the 4-lane version, but it has a link to the 2-lane version in that post for the 4-lane. I've got both available to me, but I'm sort of getting tired of it. It isn't... While it is convenient, it is not, like, chunk aligned in any way, shape, or form. And while I thus far have not been building with chunks in mind, I have thus far not been building with chunks in mind, but I would like to attempt to design a train book that is able to be easily chunk aligned. The modular rail system is not built around that concept of chunks. It is just not. It's rather bad, actually, at that. Wow, I don't have enough labs to process the science. How many labs would I... Oh, for this tech, sure, 20 labs is fine, but, and I probably have a bit of a backup, maybe, to chew through. Or maybe the actual craft time doesn't really reflect particularly accurately. No, that one is one each every 10 seconds. So yes, 20 would do too. That is fine. The problem with science a lot of the times is the speed of each cycle can differ, as well as potentially the amount of science tech cards can also vary. See how this is 111? It doesn't always have to be 111. Just gonna throw that out there, particularly in the Pie Suite. I see... Okay, so for Krastorio here, it seems as if it does stay 111111 all the way down. Changes the times per cycle, but it doesn't change the amount of packs per cycle. The Pie Suite changes the amount of packs per cycle on you for certain techs. Yeah, it unevenly draws science. Which, yeah. Good luck with that. Anyway, I'm coming over here for what reason? I have completely forgotten. I have decided to come over here to grab stuff, and I forgot why I've decided to come over here to grab stuff. Oops. Maybe to grab these now at this point, because I don't know. I want these. Like, that's one reason to come over here, is to grab more power poles. Grab additional what's? Inserters. Inserters are good. I like inserters. I like inserters. Oh, I know why I came over here. I need to make some more steam engines. Let's not do that. Have I? I have not. Oh, that's a shame. Like, have I leached any iron gear wheels? Unfortunately not. So I need to make more steam engines. Lots more steam engines. Yeah, I know I could start doing wonderful things with green science right now, but I'm working through the quality of life techs. I would really, really like to get through some of these quality of life techs, even though I do have access to wonderful green science stuff now. Speaking of wonderful green science stuff, the faster assembling machine helps. Red belts would help a little bit more, though. I'm thinking between... I also want inventory. I also want medium and big power poles. Let's add that to the list, add that to the list. Add... Oh yeah, there's also the steel fluid handling, but 30 max length is pretty good. I think I do want that. I do think I want that. There's also the steel furnaces. That would be good to have twice as fast. Same size with logistics. Logistics into that. I think that's what we'll stick with. I'm going to get rid of that crafting speed. I want the movement speed. I would like at least that first level before we get into these other things. Gas power stations. Burns petroleum and biomethanol to produce energy. Can burn any other modded fluid that is burnable. So any fluid, I'm assuming any fluid with a fuel value, right? So I'm assuming that this is giving you... Now it says consumes 6 per second of fluid. Maximum temperature 25°C. Maximum output 4.5 megawatts. Okay, that's an interesting way of doing that. Can burn other modded fluid that is burnable. So how does it define what's burnable then? I don't know. I guess I'll find out. Where's petroleum? Because I can look at petroleum under fluid, or no, under the stuff. Where's like just basic oil processing? That makes petroleum gas. I guess I have to look this up here. So this is what is it really used for? And it shows you all of the fluids that exist. That is not a lot of fluids. That is not a lot. Oh, this is again. This is going to show me. So Helmod. Hi, Helmod. Welcome. Show me petroleum. I need the... yes, fuel value 900 kilojoules. It's showing a fuel value associated with this. So that's what I'm assuming it's gonna have here. Let me go back. Add recipe. Do that. Doohickey. Wait, you don't even have the stuff for the vanilla resources. Interesting. So that's what I'm looking for mineral water. Okay. That's one of those things I haven't really... Patreon item. Interesting. In interesting. Sure. Fine. Mystery substances. They're a mystery. They're a complete and total mystery. For now. Yeah, so petroleum has that fuel value. What about that biomethanol? What does that say? Lower fuel value. I don't really trust Helmut a lot of times with it telling me fuel values of stuff, but for now, until I can actually get a proper hover tooltip on the actual fluid, that's what I'll have to go with. I have handcrafted the things I need to handcraft, and we are officially around that time to end things off. We have a bit of a thing with power right now. We were pretty close on power, so I do need to expand my power generation stuff. Hey, we picked up a tech. We're getting that basic movement speed going now. That will give me up to apparently 32.8 megawatts. Really? Right, it's 32 plus 400 plus 240 plus 120. Hold up, let me... Math. 1.5 times 20. 1.5 times 20 would be 300, so 30. 30 megawatts out of the steam engines. And then it's saying out of the wind turbines plus the reactor plus the shelter, it would be another 2.8. Alright, electric energy distribution 1 is being worked on officially for right now. Yay, huzzah. I need to clear these trees to give myself another 30 megawatts. I should know that off the top of my head because it's 60 megawatts by doubling this. I know the double this is 60, so surely half of 60 is 30, right? I should just, like, know this information, but hey, sometimes it's good to double check and prove. Because sometimes your assumptions are inherently wrong. I'm going to copy that and paste. Now, what I will do is probably change these inserters. In fact, I will basically... I'm forced to, at this point, to change these inserters because that would... they would throw off the math, essentially. Because feeding all these boilers will use the entirety of the belt. Do I even have the... Do I even have the production, the coal? Do I have the coal to throw at this? I don't think so. No, I don't. I need more. I need even more, because that's only 28. Oh boy, I need even more! But I think for now it should be... it's fine. It's fine for now. I'm not exactly doubling this at this moment in time. Just fair notice. I'm not actually doubling it now. As I need it, I will grow it, basically, and then as we go along, we'll get more and more need for power, and we'll start building out some additional dedicated builds, and we'll have a look at what other power options are available to us as we go along as well, because it seems like we have more options for power generation the further we get into Krastorio 2 here. Good, so we now have access to the medium and big power poles. That is a major, major win. That is a huge win. I am very, very happy to now have access to the first of the medium power poles. They will reign supreme. These medium power poles. Oh yes, they will reign supreme. Yes, that is actually glorious how one power pole can replace the two. Like that's pretty nice. I like that change. These have a seems rather big compared to the small poles on the coverage area. So that I'm going to make a lot of good use of as we go along. Oh hey, it is using all of the red automation, which is good. Fantastic, even. So with that, folks, I would like to thank you all for watching. Today we got through green science, we set up green science, and we have expanded a bit our power. Those are the two major things that got done today, was expanding of green science and preparing for our future. The next thing that I will work on is getting access to steel to start building rails. Steel into rails, that is the goal now, and getting some additional automation of the important logistical items that we will now have access to. Things like the medium power poles, the big power poles, once I have steel, stuff like that. Maybe the green inserters, the blue inserters, fed by green circuits. Blue inserters, getting the red belts going, all that good stuff. That is our upgrade plans for the immediate future. And then, in the meantime, if you have a recommendation for what to use for a rail system, a specific blueprint book you would like to see me use for a rail system, ideally something that is chunk aligned, that would be fantastic if you would recommend that in the comments below. Again, thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed this video and this series thus far, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff below the video. You can, of course, follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/otakushowboat and support me on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat if you are willing and able. I, of course, will see you all on the next one.